So that's the #1 tip. Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Features October. In today's video, we will be creating a humidity proof makeup tutorial for oily skin. I did a video for normal to dry skin type, and I decided to do one for oily skin because one of my subscribers requested that I create a video for oily skin, and so I decided to come on today and get this video up for you guys. I know it has been a while since she requested that, but you know, life happens and I have been busy as well, and so I just don't want to sit here and ramble too much. So let's go ahead and jump into the makeup tutorial. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Kindly support my channel. Please share my videos with your brother, sister, auntie, uncle, whoever that you think will be interested in makeup related videos or hairstyle and some lifestyle videos. This channel is suitable for them, so I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. You guys can see that I already started doing my brows, and that is because when I started recording, my microphone was not on, and I'm so glad that I picked that up, because other than that I would have gone through this whole tutorial and finding out that my microphone is not on. I have squashed many of my videos because of that mistake, and so steps that I took to come to this point is basically brushing my brows with my Miracle brow brush. I did not use the comb side, I used the brush side to brush into my brows. My brows are going this way, so I brush into this direction and brush this into this direction. If your brows go up like this, you brush it in the direction where your brows go. So you don't want it all going left, right. You want to make sure that they are all aligned in order to shape them well. And so when I did that, the next thing I did was prime my brows. And the reason I'm priming my brows is because I have oily brows. So if you are someone with oily skin that has oily brows, or if you sweat in your brows, prime your brows, make sure that it stays in place. And the product that I'm going to talk about that has never ever let me down since I started doing makeup, I have used this product and I have so much confidence in this product. This product is not for the brows, but I use it on brows because of the way it keeps my skin in tight. And from experiencing from the years that I have been doing makeup, using it on my brows, it has never ever let me down. And this product is no other than the Becca Ever My Poreless Perfecting Primer. So what I did was just to squeeze a little bit on the tip of my finger and rub it into my brows. It will mattify the skin. That's why you are seeing this here. And so when I did that, I went and took a waterproof product. Of course, this is a humidity proof makeup look, so we want to make sure that we keep moisture out of the way. We want to keep sweats and all of that out of the way. So whatever products we have to control those things, we want to use those products to make sure that our makeup stays put throughout the day. And so for the brow pomade that I picked today, it is a waterproof brow pomade from Kat Von D. It is her Weightless waterproof formula brow pomade. I have always used this here on my channel. If you guys follow me, you will see that this is the product that I've always used. It is her long wear brow pomade in dark brown. You want to use a little bit at a time when you are applying it. What I did was to line my brows with it, and now I'm going to take a little bit and just comb into my brows the same directions to where my brow hair is going. So you're just going to do that like this, so, and then brush through the brow to soften the product. So this is how full it is so far with the little product that I use, and I'm just going to comb in the front here so that it won't be harsh. So I'm going to complete the other eye off camera and have my brows concealed, and then I'll be right back. If you haven't seen how I do my brows, I'll have the video link right up here so you guys can click on that and see my brows. So the best routine one can possibly achieve during the summer is to make sure that you are picking the right products for your skin kind. During the summer, I'm not going for a dewy look. I'll make sure to use those products that will help reduce shine. And the products to pick are the waterproof products. Those are the ones that are going to help your sweat proof makeup routine. It's going to keep your makeup flawless throughout the day. So these products that I have listed down below, or the steps that we are about to take, will help reduce sweat and maintain shine throughout the day. So these products are long wearing products that you can use. They are also mattifying products that you will use in order to help keep out of your makeup pot. The next step will be to moisturize the face after we have the brows done. So first thing I'll do, I'll use use a moisturizer. Even though it is summer and we are trying to avoid a sweaty face, we still want to make sure to take the steps to take care of our skin. We want to make sure that we are moisturizing, and the moisturizer that I'm using is my Mineralize lotion from MAC Cosmetics. I'm going to use my oil control primer mist from e.l.f. I just wanted to explain that during the summer, your skin becomes oily because of the tendency of heat and humidity increments that produce oils. And those oils are produced from a sebaceous glands, and those sebaceous glands are the ones that secrete an oily substance, sebum, which is usually in your hair follicles near the surface of your skin. So I like to use this Becca Ever Matte primer so it will blur out the pores. So if you can sweat all over your face, apply it all over your face. And if you can sweat in your T-zone like me, usually when I use this product, I'm applying it in my T-zone because that's where I become a little oily. Not that it's overly oily, but I'm a little oily in that area. And so I usually use this product by pressing it down into my skin. That helps to blur out my pores and keep it smooth. And I will go on to doing my eyes. So during the summer, we want to keep our eye look very simple. We don't want to have too much going on. I mentioned it in my previous video. And I also have some tips in that video that applies to oily skin. I think the whole idea basically is switching up your products during the summer as compared to during the winter or any other season. This video is focused on your summer routine, so we should focus the products on a summer routine. So for eyeshadow primer today, I'm going to use my MAC Cosmetics 24-hour Extend Eye Base. For the tip on oily lace, if you are an oily person and you have oily lace, or anybody that has oily lace, when you are applying your eyeshadow, once you go in with your primer, start right away and use your matte eyeshadow. You want a primer to be tacky. You don't want it to be completely dry before you start applying your shadow. If you don't blend out the primer, it's going to be sticking into the cracks of your lid, and that will not look cute. This is the Nomad palette by Juvia'S. That's the shadow palette I'm using today. I'm sure you guys have seen multiple videos on this palette here, so I'm not going to waste time, but I will quickly swatch them for you guys to see. The palette has its original Juvia'S Place design. Cute. It has some really cute faces on there. So these are the shadows swatch on my arm. But these shades swatch okay, except for this mustard shade right here. It did not swatch so well. It was really dry. It wasn't buttery. The orange shade was buttery. It's a nice buttery matte shade. Even the cream color here is a very nice matte shade. It swatched and built up one time as compared to this other shade. I had to build it up a couple of times in order to show the actual pigmentation. That's my thought on this palette. So let's jump into the eye look. Taking my Sephora crease brush, I'm going to use this shade. I'm sorry guys, this shade don't have names. This is blending out really well. I think I'm going to go over that with this green shade. This is a nice forest green shade. I think it has a little bit of sheen in it, but it's nice. I applied too much, but I'm going to fix that. Just taking that dark shade and blending it out. So now that I have blended out this crease shade, I'm going to go in with the orange shadow. I'm just going to dab in there. And when I say I will fix that, this is the shadow that I'm going to use up here to blend out the edges of the first shadow that I put down using a brown bone shade as well. And then I'll take the same brush that I used because I came down too low in my crease when I was fixing that. So I'm taking my MAC 224 fluffy blending brush because I want to really blend out this area. The first brush I took was too dense, and so it picked up a lot of product. And if you can see here, some of the powder dropped on my eye here. I don't think that's kickback. I think it's because I took a lot. So now I'm going to just blend that shade in here. Blend it out seamlessly. And then I'm going to move on to cutting my crease. I'm using my Makeup Revolution concealer in the number C12. I'm going to use a Vaseline to cut my crease. When you do this, it's so easy to clean out the crease and all that. So I should have done that. And once you clean it out, you can just line it easily. Now that we got our crease clean, we're going to line it up. Okay, so the crease is cut. I'm going to blend out the concealer and then next apply the eyeshadow that I want to use. So I'm going to take this shade and put it in the outer V. I'll take this mustard color shade. Blending the two shadows together to marry them in. And then I'm going to line my crease. And I'm taking this shadow to line my crease. So we want to go in with a gel liner, and the one I used today is the Inglot Gel Liner. Basically just went in here like that, so to line my waterline. We're going to prep our lashes for the false eyelashes. I just want to prime my lashes first. This is not necessary. I'm using my L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise base, so I am just using it as a primer for my lashes. My eye looks like somebody has hole in their eyes. It looks yucky, right? And for mascara, I'm going in with my Milanin waterproof mascara. Come what may, rain, sunshine, snow, whatever, it's gonna keep your lashes together. Now I'm gonna go in with my lashes. These are the LillyLashes style in Mykonos. I doubled them. I had an old pair and I bought a new one, so I just doubled. Just pinch those together, make sure that it's sticking perfectly. So now I'm going to, which I should have done first, to do the under eye, but I didn't. I'll take a pencil brush to darken under my eye, and I'll just go with this green shade, and I'll go underneath the lashes. Now take that dark brown shade also, just like I did in the crease. I'll blend it in there. And now I'm going in with the yellow shade, that mustard color yellow. So now that the eyes are completed, lashes are on, we're gonna do the face. Since you have oily skin, you want to use your primer moisturizer like we already did, and then you go in with a loose powder, and the one I'm using is the Peach Perfect loose powder. It is a mattifying powder. Gonna take your beauty blender and kind of let's set the primer. Okay, so you're gonna set the face because you are oily, especially setting the areas that you are really oily. So after doing that, we're going to apply our foundation. You're going to go in with a waterproof foundation, and the one that I picked for this tutorial is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. So this foundation is a waterproof foundation. It is mattifying, it is flexible, breathable. It's a real skin like matte finish foundation. Now for people that got blemishes and acne, you can definitely build up this foundation in order to cover up your acne. I have an acne mark here. I did not color correct. I may as well do that because we just want to look flawless at the same time, making sure that we're not using too many products, and so a lightweight foundation to incorporate it into the look. So my color correcting palette that I'm using is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'll go with the orange shade and just color correct my chin, and you can do that wherever you have blemishes. So I do that, and then I go in with a little bit of the darker color in the palette, and this color corrector is a full coverage color corrector palette, so it really gets the job done. So I'm going to take foundation, squeeze a pump here, and squeeze another pump. So I did review this foundation. I have a video up on my channel here using this foundation, which I will link right up here so that you guys can take a look. Now I'm going to use my stippling brush from Sephora, my brush number 88. After going over this step, that is after applying a little bit of the foundation, I'm going to use a mist. This is Pixie Hydrating Mist. This mist also helps to set the face, and so I did that so that it will help to spread out my foundation. So this foundation is very lightweight. We have blended it out. I like the way it's looking so far. So we're gonna go in with our concealer, and of course we're gonna pick a waterproof concealer also. So I'm gonna go in with this Urban Decay concealer also. This is not a brightening concealer, so I apply it, and it is very lightweight. So I chose not to go with the lighter color because I want to make sure that I'm not overly highlighted. So we have already set the face with the bronzer, and I'm just going to use a finishing powder. This is my Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder. It's not heavy, also it's lightweight. Now I'll take this Sephora powder brush, and I'm just going to dust off my face lightly. So let's do a reverse contour and clean this up to make it sharp. Now this is a loose powder, so we are not so worried about it as far as making it seem like we're using so many products at once. So then I'm going to dust it up. So quickly we want to go in with our blush. I'll use Devil from MAC. For highlighter, I'm going in with MAC Global Glow. I've been loving this highlighter recently. For lipstick, I'm going to take Fenty in Mademoiselle and also the lip gloss. I'm going to put the name down below. Let's line that up here with Morphe Vibes lip liner. I should have used Trendsetter. Giselle. This lipstick is Giselle. Finally, we're going to set the face with Urban Decay Summer Solstice All Night Setting Spray. Set that baby. So after we set the face, and this is our final look for our summer sweaty girl routine. So I have few tips for you. What you want to do throughout the day, if you are somebody that's really oily, you want to carry a blotting powder or blotting sheet or even a paper towel in your purse, so that if oil starts to form under your makeup, you can start to pat that in, and it will basically give you that very fresh and matte look. So all you want to do, grab a piece of paper towel. If you don't have blotting sheets, you get the paper towel by itself and take your powder, pat it in there, and go pat, tap, 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 and it's gonna instantly mattify your face because you already have your products laid down as the canvas for your entire face and your entire routine. Or you can grab your foundation powder that you use, you take that along with your brush and just go dusting that over the face. Make sure that everything has set back in. Okay, so that's the number one tip. Pat on, you take a brush with you, take your blotting sheets, pat the oil down if they start to form on your face. Also, number two, take your powder, you use the powder with the powder brush. After patting that down, if you want to look really refreshed, you take your powder brush and go over your face with the powder. Not too much, just a little bit. You just go in there, swirl it once, and go and dust off your face to replace whatever little powder that you have taken out. So that instantly gives your face back its matte finish. It takes away the shiny face, grease bomb kind of face, and instantly give you back your flawless matte look. And so that's my tip for oily skin, for humidity proof makeup for the summer. So if it is anything else that you would like to know, if there's any questions you have to ask, please leave those questions down below and I'll be happy to answer that for you. And with that said, this is the end of this sweat proof tutorial. I look forward to talking to you guys in my next one. Bye, loves.